Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The Sussexes have come under scrutiny after Meghan Markle shared a photograph of Prince Harry and their daughter, Princess Lilibet, on a boat without the 3-year-old wearing a life jacket. The image posted on Instagram to mark International Women's Day on March 8th shows Harry cradling Lilibet on his lap and kissing her head. While intended as a heartfelt family moment, some viewers quickly took issue with the apparent safety oversight, branding it irresponsible and even suggesting it may violate California law. California regulations require children under 13 to wear a life jacket at all times while on a moving vessel, regardless of its size. Social media users were swift to criticize the couple over safety concerns. Meghan's lifestyle series With Love Meghan has generated plenty of headlines and podcasts, but struggled to make a significant impact in the ratings. The 8-part series only just made it into Netflix's top 10, ranking at number 10 with 12.6 million hours viewed in its first week. In comparison, the week's top performer, Kate Hudson's comedy Running Point, pulled in 61.8 million hours. According to data compiled by company Samba TV, the series drew in just 526,000 households in its first 5 days, compared to the 2.1 million that tuned in for Harry and Meghan in 2022. The numbers fall well short of Harry and Meghan, the 2022 Netflix documentary that became the streamer's biggest documentary debut, racking up 81.6 million hours in its first 3 days and nearly 180 million in its first full week. Other projects tied to the Sussexes, such as Live to Lead, Heart of Invictus, and Harry's Polo series failed to crack Netflix's top 10 altogether, leaving their viewership figures unclear. An industry source tells the Daily Mail the industry Bibles like the Hollywood Reporter and Variety are not keen on it, they said. Netflix bosses are all worried because they have invested a lot in the product line. They don't know when and how to roll it all out. Unclear is how the reception to the TV series will affect the plans for brick-and-mortar Netflix stores selling Meghan's dog biscuits and jam. PR expert Nick Eade warned Hollywood is falling out of love with Meghan and Harry because over there you have to earn your stripes, and it really feels that they haven't earned those stripes. If you are a George Clooney or an Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can get to a level where you can be a little bit political, where you can use your gravitas to really make a change. What I feel about Meghan and Harry is they haven't earned that, so people are beginning to stop listening. Journalist Dawn Neeson added, "It's not just Vanity Fair that has turned on them. It does feel like the whole of Hollywood has turned on them. But there has been a seismic change in how people feel about Harry and Meghan in America." A source told Vanity Fair that the royals weren't planning on watching Meghan's show. One insider said, "The king knows more than enough about beekeeping. Besides, he's far too busy to sit down and watch it." As part of her promotional campaign for her beekeeping series on Netflix, Meghan appeared at Godmother's bookshop and said, "Right now I'm launching my business as ever, which has been my heart song for years. Every day I'm learning so much as a founder. I'm taking baby steps and big strides at the same time, making mistakes and learning from them, and really working to find all the joy while diving into the creative process of the business. Being in the granular parts of the business gives me the same feeling I have when I'm gardening, bare hands in the soil, planting a seed with so much care and nurturing it as it grows. There's something energizing about being in my 40s and turning my passion project into a business and sharing that with the world." Tina Brown has delivered a scathing critique of With Love Meghan, calling it yet another misstep in Meghan Markle's post-royal career. The former Vanity Fair editor declared that the show is proof the Duchess of Sussex has an unerring instinct for getting it wrong, and argued that the only program that might have worked would have been one in which Meghan acknowledged what a flaming flop the last 5 years have been. In her Fresh Hell newsletter, Brown questioned Markle's brand strategy, describing her as too damn impatient and ridiculing the rushed rollout of her American Riviera Orchard lifestyle line, now rebranded as Ever. Who announces a new lifestyle brand and hounds celebrity friends to talk up her strawberry jam without doing due diligence on the availability of the trademark, she quipped. Tina revisited Mexit, saying all Meghan had to do was shut up and wait, go quiet for a couple of years, start a family, keep her eyes trained on the splendid royal estate that would soon come up for grabs. But no, offer the Commonwealth or Netflix, the Sussexes with naive avarice chose Netflix. A source told Mail Online that while Meghan had celebrated the series renewal for the second season, the contract itself had not yet been extended. They filmed the shows back-to-back, so in theory there is no second season, just edits being made Based on feedback from press and Netflix viewers, it's clever and cost-effective, so no, the overall contract hasn't been renewed yet. The latest People magazine feature on Meghan Markle has sparked debate, with British broadcaster and photographer Helena Chard questioning its portrayal of the Duchess of Sussex. Chard said, "Meghan is desperate to receive accolades and public approval. She longs to be perceived as the best thing since sliced bread. Her aim, with the help of certain publications, is to revamp her character and change the public's perception. Let's face it, she, along with Netflix, needs bums on the seats and future bustling sales." The public has a long memory of Meghan's behaviour, the hurt and upset caused to the royal family. Meghan hasn't redeemed herself. If anything, she has shown a passive-aggressive side to the public as she clings to her royal title. Apparently, the crew on Meghan's show enjoyed working with the so-called Duchess of Difficult. One crew member told People whether it was a coffee cart in the morning or there was one day where the forecast called for it to be particularly hot, and she had a shaved ice truck for us at lunch. One day she had a bespoke ice cream cart with local homemade ice cream. She had an SEIA truck for us, too, every week. She did something like that for us. It was really lovely. Another told People she was a great hostess. Between takes, if something was ready to eat, she'd cut it into bite-sized pieces and serve it to us. Mindy Kaling has weighed in on the latest online uproar surrounding Meghan, addressing the reaction to a moment in With Love Meghan, where the Duchess corrected her on the use of her name. Appearing on The View to promote her own show, Running Point, Kaling was asked about her experience cooking with Meghan on the Netflix series. "You know, I had a great time," she said, before acknowledging the viral response to their exchange. "I noticed that whenever I do something, anything related to Meghan, it becomes like..." Kaling trailed off before co-host Whoopi Goldberg stepped in saying, "Big news?" Kaling nodded and repeated, "Big news." Goldberg then added, "People love to hate her. People love to talk about her," a sentiment Kaling agreed with, calling the online reaction to Meghan fascinating. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. And leave us a review of 5 stars if you're enjoying the show. Don't forget we have a new show from Calaroga Shark Media called White Smoke, The Path to a New Pope. It's a historical, timely, and very cool look at the whole papal election process. And you can get that wherever you get your podcasts. White Smoke, The Path to a New Pope. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.